Hey y'all, I'm Jewel.
And I'm Jay.
We're here with Art of a Rebel. This is the artist panel for the month of April.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
For sure. I'm AL, rapper, singer, songwriter, and what my artistry means to me is community service. So it's giving back through being vulnerable.
I go by the name T.J. Simpson. What my art means to me is just, putting your emotions into something and making art out of it.
You can go.
To me.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was still thinking. Nah, I'm Juby. I'm a rapper, artist, songwriter, all that good stuff. And my artistry means to me it's a release, and I just pray that somebody can relate to it and do it like that.
I'm Dayface, and for me, my artistry is therapy. It's vulnerability. It's just just a vibe. It's just really like my safe place, and I hope it's my safe, like other people's safe place, and they can relate to me. So
Can we retweet?
Retweet.
But she said hashtag me too. Okay.
I'm Banks, Hillary Banks. I go by that. But my art, I'm a female artist. Well, I guess I'm a female. I ain't gonna say that part. Anyway, I'm a rap artist. And it means being free, freedom, being able to be free, being able to be creative, express myself. That's what it means. I forgot to say what I was. I'm a female rapper. I'm a songwriter. Yeah, I'm all that.
All that jazz.
All right, I guess I'll start this off, and whoever want to answer can answer. How did y'all know like music was how you want to express yourself creatively? Yeah.
Oh. For me, it was just when I just started being able to express. What did you say?
How did you know music is what you wanted to do to express yourself creatively, and not like writing in a journal? I like just painting.
Because other people was like kind of liking what I was saying, so they was making me like, okay, so people was feeling what I was saying, or they agreeing to it. So
And you was just saying like what you really felt, pretty much.
Mine was kind of like the opposite. Like, I was liking how other people's rhyming words and shit, and like how it flowed. So I was just like, I started like using a flow, but putting my words in there. And then so I just started then doing my own flow and studying it. So that's how it came about. I wanted to hear myself.
For me, playing sports growing up, it was always cool to do that dope ass move, to hit that shot and get that crowd reaction. And the only thing that gave me that same feeling was writing music, and somebody like, damn, that shit is tight, or I relate to that. So that's how I got into it.
I'll go. For me, it was kind of like, my mom was a single mom, and I lost my dad to gun violence. So I feel like that was like, music was like a big part. Like that was like our love language in my household. And like, I mean, I was 2 years old, brushing my teeth to Master P Bounce That Ass. Like that was like from then. You got Sundays when you clean the house, so you can bake it, like your mama cooking, all that. Like my mom is like, that's her love language, and it just kind of like spilled down to me. Yeah, like it, and that's how I love my kids too. So
It's important for the culture.
yeah, definitely.
So, since we kind of in that realm, I guess, how would y'all say music or even being just in the entertainment business kind of impacts y'all personal life or y'all family or how you raise your kids or any of that?
You gotta be built for that shit to do it right. Cause either it's some people that just in the business and surround themselves with the business and don't give a fuck about their personal life. If you're any type of human, it's a lot to balance this too.
Yes, balance. Balance
It's
is
a lot of
important.
balance. So I say that.
Like, I have a kid, so like 1 week it'll be like music, or like one weekend it'll be strictly music, and like it'll be hard because like I don't see my kid, you know what I'm saying? Because we're doing too much, and then like after that you got to get back to like your personal life. Like that's important to me. That's like my peace away from everything. Like when I'm with my kid, it's like nothing else really matters. Like as an artist, like you're a father, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So balance is really, really important.
And I feel like having kids, you're gonna have those family members that, for me personally, they don't understand the away part. They judge you heavy for you having to be out of town or you gotta work, then you gotta jump on a plane or hit the road. Like they'll judge you for that. But like for me, like my stepdad was like supportive from jump. Like people be like, you be saying this? Like my daddy hear my music before anybody. You know, like between my manager, like my daddy be the first person I send music to. It took for me to like finish college for my mama to be like, okay, like you can like she don't care. Like I had to have something to fall back on first. So it's definitely it's balance.
My mom was the same way. She was like don't go to the studio. You don't be spending money in the studio. Like real talk. But then like when she started to see more like of the outcome, she was like, okay, this is pretty. Like now she subscribed to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, mom
like, that's dope.
They be excited like, when's the next song?
Yeah, real talk. She like, I heard your song.
Like,
Yeah.
she just did a video or she did something.
They do be supporting all over
Yeah,
Facebook.
they do.
Yeah.
They will support you.
Once you get parents
Don't
on
let
your
you
side,
start selling something.
Right.
Hey, be mad if you ain't got it no more.
They own it. They
Ran
buy
out.
it.
What you mean?
They wanna afford
Right.
it.
Now for real, you need to order some more then, just for me.
Like even with my grandma, like she be freestyling like crazy, like all the grandkids. Love it. I swear, like all the grandkids got their own songs and everything. Like
That's dope.
And right, your family's lit.
She got a record label.
Right.
Real
I'm like, Grandma, what happened? Like it's just passed down. I'm like, okay, gotta pick that torch up.
So how long have y'all been rapping or been writing?
Like 6.5 years.
6.5 years old or 6.5 years old?
Mm.
I'm like, I know you for a long time. That's your whole life.
Hell no.
Dang,
I
that's
started
crazy.
when I was like 19, 20 years old.
I was like that too. That's I was away.
I was 1920, like,
Bro, I'm sorry.
I was doing fine until they
If
said
I would have
something.
just said 6
I
and
was
a half,
gonna
I would
hold
have been quiet.
Right.
The state so
Somebody just got to go with the follow up.
Yeah,
Alright. No, I was gonna ask, since it's only been 6.5 years, you said it started at like 1920. So what kind of pushed you into that, since it wasn't, something that you grew up doing or you done in your childhood?
Shit, I just needed a new hobby for real.
Okay.
Like, I kept bumping my head with the hoop and shit, and everybody go through real life, so I needed a way to get some shit off of my chest, and started writing. When you put out that first song, like that's that deciding factor. You feel me? It's like either they fucking with it or they ain't. And I mean, I always had a lot of influence in the city, but it's like just never had a lot to say until I hit that age. So just started taking it serious. Ran into them niggas.
I remember that. What was that shit? That first shit that y'all dropped. That shit was cool. So what about y'all? When y'all started?
I want to say I just started taking it a little bit more serious. Probably just this past 2 years. Kind of getting more serious and getting connections, and I think social media played a big part. Instagram, being able to connect with different people and different resources.
My pops was really deep into rap, like mid-90s, like 97, 98. So I had like faint memories of going with him to do shit. I don't know how she over here laughing. I had faint memories of him going to do shit, like CD signings at Wax and shit, and him working with Mac Dre and E40 and that type of shit. So it was like, damn, wow, what is he doing? So when I got about 12 or 13, I made my first song and showed him. And like my pops, he's a straight shooter. So it's like, if he like it, he gonna tell you. If he don't like it, he's going to tell you. And I got one of these.
That's good. What was it like?
He liked it.
It was just like it ain't shit. You know what I'm
But I
saying?
see potential.
Nigga, you're not about to be the best in the world, but it was like.
Okay.
But so that was when it started for me. Like, nigga, I got the non-pops.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
But seriously, I would say probably the last maybe 6 years or so.
What was the song about?
My first song, Screw It Up.
That was
I
that
don't even
movie.
know what the fuck I said in the verse. We did
Sounds Mac Dre influenced.
Yeah.
I don't even. It was
No.
like more Houston,
Oh, okay.
cause the hook was like,
okay.
yeah, it was screwed up.
Got you.
But I couldn't tell you about that one.
Screwed it up. Okay.
It was booty. Would never play.
It got you here though.
Got that 9
I've been kind of, I don't know, I've been into music all my life, but like I probably started writing when I was like 13, 14, and we had just moved to a whole, like we moved up north and we was in the city, like I was raised in the city, and my mom was like, you are not about to go to the studio with them boys, you're not about to be doing it. I'm like, so I just was like, I would write, but I would never get in the studio, I would never like really like take it serious enough. So I finally decided to go to beauty college, and my best friend was like, bro, like, when you gonna start rapping? When you gonna start rapping? Because I've always been into it, but like makeup and like beauty and skin, like all that stuff was like the thing I was pushing first. I was like, I got kids now, I got a daughter too, like, what's she gonna think about me? Like that was the whole big thing. Like I have a son, I was like, I can rap, whatever. When I had my daughter, I was like, I gotta sit my ass down. Like I ain't about to be talking about that, but
It's crazy.
you gotta really just like understand like your kids gonna have their own life. They gonna, yeah. So I just was like, you know what? I got my first dream out the way, so now it's time to really do my second dream. So once I was in school, come up season had the pop shit challenge, and that was kind of like my first like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And then I started getting a lot of attention. Like people was kind of like, damn, you rapped? I was like, yeah, a little bit. So then, like, if I feel like if quarantine didn't happen, like I was doing freestyles and stuff like on Instagram, but like if quarantine didn't happen, I wouldn't have just like sat down and really like try to perfect my craft. Like I did throw some D's, and then like Rich Boy, like he reached out, like he inboxed me and stuff, like he posted my stuff, and I just was kind of like, I did that by myself, like get some showing love. So that's when I was kind of like, all right, like I really want to take it serious. So it got real like 2018, 19 for me. But like once quarantine happened, I was like, okay, this is really happening. Like it was like I stopped running from myself. Like I just like set in it, like, all right, this is it. So yeah.
Go ahead.
We just start tipping the kids.
Shit. Oh, it's been like 7 years now.
You gotta tell us what you do too. You ain't really. You
I'll
didn't even
produce.
introduce yourself.
Niggas know.
I'll be up here on this motherfucker all the time. That's what I do.
Us too,
host-
right?
I host this panel with these two great, wonderful ladies, especially
Okay.
Jules. But no, I produce. Shit. I went to like a JUCO. Like nigga offered me a scholarship, and then like pulled that shit like day of. That's when like it really snapped for me. Like, bro, I'm finna take control of my shit. Like, I really, cause in high school I thought like my shit was gonna be like a fucking, like a 2K story, nigga. I thought I was finna go to JUCO, nigga. Thought I was finna be. Then once I realized like, nigga, I ain't going to the league. I mean, I ain't that nice, nigga. Like I seen Anthony Davis on the wing at like 17. I said, nigga, this is different. I gotta figure something else out, bro. So then, shit, I'm like, I'm gonna go to JUCO. I'm gonna go to Eastern Michigan. I could be fucking Rodney Stuckey. So shit, like, shit was dead. So then I'm like, yeah, I gotta figure something out. So it's crazy. Jarrell Jackson is the first nigga to put a computer in front of my face. And me and Dre, I used to just go to Dre house all the time, bro, and make beats with that nigga. And then I was like, shit, I fuck with it. But I really started taking it serious when like Marcus went to jail. So I'm like, shit, nigga, that could have been me. Like I could have been in that same situation if I answered the phone. Like, so I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna do this shit. And then like, shit, God just started making shit happen. So I started fucking with it for real.
Okay. Got an answer.
I got a question.
Okay.
So like, how do y'all balance being vulnerable and like not sharing too much, especially like y'all with having kids? And
I don't. I just won't release it, but I don't. Like, I feel like if I feel something, or I'm like, the first song that I've ever like posted, like, it's on YouTube. I hate it, but it was about me being in a domestic violence relationship. Like my first song that I ever made, like I wrote it in like 10 minutes, and like it just was really real. And like my ex, like it went crazy on Facebook and stuff. Like everybody was like, damn, he like, damn, she roasted me. Like we cool, like, you know, we got a co-parent and stuff, so it's like different. But like I was just like, I don't want to put it out. And then everybody like, you should put it out. It's a lot of women. Like it was people sending me like paragraphs and like so many women like reaching out to me like, you know, I'm going through that. I went through that. Like so that's when I kind of was like, all right, like this, like I really gotta take it serious. But I don't feel like you have to, as an artist, you don't have to balance it. You can just keep it to yourself. Like you can record it, put it out there, or you cannot put it out there. So.
And that's
It
how
just
I
all
kind of
depends on how you want it.
be portrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you?
That's crazy. But nah, I don't really like. I don't be trying to hold nothing back. It's just it gotta be told in the right way.
That's
You
what
know what I'm
You
saying?
feel like
I'll
it's
sit
fake,
there and
you know,
rewrite
you gotta be real. Like you can't.
for a fact.
Yeah.
It's like everybody go through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? The experience might be a little bit different.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah, but it's the same situation. So it's like you never know what you saying. Like I could help somebody, but it's like if I ain't saying it in the right way, then I ain't releasing that shit.
Right, that shit's so ass. Yeah, that's more so to me, because the more vulnerable I get, the more response I get. I feel like the tracks where I am deeper and I'm talking about feeling a certain way or a certain situation, people respond to it. And it would be so like terrible if you put your soul into a song and niggas are like,
All right, next.
so that's more so for me.
Guess not.
If I could portray it in an artistic manner to where I'm like, damn, that shit is hard, but I still got it off my chest.
And I just feel like I feel like no matter what, somebody in the world gonna relate to what you put out. Like so, I just feel like you don't hold back nothing. Like however you feeling, if you want it to sound like as good as you want it to sound, then you make it that way. But like I feel like no matter how you make it sound, somebody out there gonna be like, I feel the same way. Yeah, like I feel the same way.
Shit. It's the whole form of community service. Like most don't even think about it like that, but y'all like superheroes. Y'all do so much for people that y'all don't even just know about.
But like on the other side, like looking at like artists like Beyonce, for instance, or somebody like, I understand the shock value. Like if you listen to like an artist that only talk about some like fun stuff or like that shock value, you're gonna be like, dang, like you going through that or you talking about that.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
that kind of sometimes can make it more interesting or make you want to know like more like artists on a more personal level. Because like we all are human. People like to see people like work a job,
Relatable,
like,
right,
yeah,
right.
like you know, they like that connection. So,
Speaking of kind of what people expect, do y'all feel like as women rappers, female rappers, that there's a expectation for you to rap about certain things, your looks, your sex, and all of that, and how do you kind of combat that?
Me personally, I don't care like what nobody think because like I'm a woman, like, and I'm not ashamed of me and how I look or anything like that. And there's other women out there that look like me or not necessarily look like me that aren't ashamed of how they look.
Right.
So I like to make music for to make you feel good. So I don't care if for a man to not like my music because I'm not really making it for y'all.
you.
I'm making it for the women.
or even the women that judge other women, like for me, it's like I feel like it's hard personally. Like dudes gonna approach you like you just be throwing pussy, like, but it ain't even like that. Like when I wrote "Trying to Fuck," I was literally abstinent. Like I wasn't like I be telling people that they be what? I be like, yeah, like I don't be trying to fuck. Like it really be like that. Yeah, you just be just. You hear a beat and you like
you're an entertainer.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. We entertainers. So like I was watching a 21 Savage interview and he was saying like he want people to look at us like how they look at Denzel. Like, bro, you play certain roles when you on certain songs. Like you ain't necessarily gotta feel it like or live that, but you live like you rapping that way, like because that's what the topic about.
Right.
So it's like
I
sometimes
agree
we just
to a certain extent.
I say you
Like
give
for
it
me,
To a certain
who
extent.
you are in
Yeah.
that realm.
Because you don't want to be walking around in your raps, you shooting this or that.
yeah, that
And
true
then
for
they
sure.
try you, you like,
Yeah, that's a
"Nigga, I
fact.
ain't never held a good in my life. What
That's
the
a
fuck
fact.
I supposed to do?"
They got
You know what I mean? Like, they got me.
Yeah.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's a
That's-
fact.
Like,
It was
that
a
rap
song.
fish.
It was a
the same
song.
way. Like I feel like once I got the okay from my mama, like it was no more holding back. That was like the thing. Like I blocked her on everything when I first started rapping. Y'all think I'm playing? I blocked her on everything. Like
It's so hard.
she unblocked now. I love you, mama. But she was blocked on everything. Like honestly, like I was just like, yeah, I don't want her to see nothing. I was like not ashamed, but it's just like you just don't want to like. It got to the point like at Thanksgiving, like I'm sitting there like everybody talking about me, everybody talking about my song. I'm like, dang, like why even come here? Like
All pub, good pub though.
not for your family.
They trying to eat.
Look, you get more views. They watching that shit like, look what she made.
Nah, what happened was like my great uncle, like my grandma's big brother, like told my mama, like, and my grandma, and like telling it, like, and I just was like, why you even like, bro?
Right.
Yeah,
The
like that's
toughest
how.
shit is when people watch your shit in front of you. Like that's, I
Oh
don't know
my
about y'all. That's
God.
one of the most awkward shit in the world.
Like,
Like,
I said,
That's me.
I saw that video trying to leave. That's some of the most weirdest shit
I
in the world.
kid you
too.
not. I was at work. Like that's why I said it's just the personal stuff that like we go home. Like after this, we gonna go home. Like it's like okay, I just did this. I'm gonna go home. You at work and people just find out who you are. Like when you
No, that's big. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
No, I hate that because my manager he sent me a song and he was like this because he like rap, but he white. He like this sound like he was like this kind of sound like you. He was like, but I know you not TJ Simpson. And I was like, well, caps out the bag. Like, and like but I don't like that. Though. I don't like business to mix with like what I'm doing on the side because like at the end of the day like.
But
We
it
can't-
happens. You can't hide it.
Yeah,
like, I was
you
in
can't.
orientation with 40 people. People like, hey, like, you just did that song with Pac-Man. And I was like, what?
No,
Like, I literally kid you not, like, we hit the road. Like, I didn't even get sleep. The night we came back from the video shoot, I started orientation at my job. And, like, I had the same colored hair, like, everything. Like, I was in class,
So
like,
you was on the
nah,
map
like,
for
with my
real.
man.
Yeah.
Nah, like,
Trying to
I
be
don't
low-key.
know.
With my
Yeah,
man.
so when I like really started, I worked at a job that got a lot of people. So my manager white too, he listens to country rap and he be sending me songs and stuff. Like it's really dope. I be learning some stuff. Man.
Yeah.
Learning some stuff. It's dope. And like people started catching on. One day I woke up, it's like 5 dudes, like my song playing hecka loud, like, hey, shorty, you quiet. Why didn't you say you rap? I was like, what? I was like, turn that off. Y'all get me fired. They like, nah, this is dope. The supervisors is listening to it. I'm like, I am going to the back. I was in there like, mama, they all listen to my song. Like, she was like, girl, that's your views. Like, what? Like,
I had people from work come to like a show I did. Like,
Damn.
That's
they like, we're here for you, Bree. I'm like,
Oh my
God, why are y'all here?
I am Banks. What?
Yeah,
Who is right? That woman.
I can't even be. Why are y'all here?
It
You don't know this side.
took for me to learn how to embrace that shit.
Yeah, cause then I'm like, cause then other people, like, what if they did? I didn't work with them, or
Right.
and they just follow me on Instagram and they listen to my music or something like that. I'm like,
And that's the thing, it
that's the
forced
support.
you to
Yeah.
embrace that shit. Cause now like the people I work with, they some of the like toughest supporters.
Yeah.
Like they
They
really
like,
fucking
yeah.
with
your
you.
drop.
Yeah, like they
They
really
fucking
fucking
your
with
drop.
you. They like I see that video.
bro. We made it.
I just pulled up bump for you.
Oh, that's a fact.
Like as a woman though, like
It feels
You
really
can-
good though.
yeah, like getting that love, but the only thing that's for me is hard is the dating part. Like it just
I was gonna ask
they
about
don't
that,
respect that. They just think, and I'm like,
Like, that's
boy,
just
you would
right.
never.
That's not, that's
I know that's right.
Talk heavy.
You could never. You
Yeah.
tried. I remember.
I block people every day. It's just.
But I feel like it's the same with men though. Like if you're in a relationship, you can't talk about hoes and type of shit like that. Like or your girl gotta understand. Like you know what I'm saying? How
I
that.
feel like,
Yeah, it's the
mind you,
same
I'm not an
thing.
artist, but it's more common for women to date male rappers than it is for men to date
I agree.
female rappers.
I feel like
That's
I
what
They
was,
feel
less of them,
intimidated.
it seemed like
It's
would be
intimidating. Yeah, I better say it's
It's
less
less
of them.
It's
because
less
of
women,
the-
though.
It's
That
hard.
is
It's a
true.
lot harder.
T ready.
Go ahead. Nah, go talk your shit.
All right. I was listening to Baltimore Love Story the other day. And I was like, when the last time y'all heard something from here like that? And for y'all, I would say like Lil Kim Quiet Storm. Like maybe like, is it street introspective? Is that what y'all call that kind of rap? Like telling the story of a love story of cocaine. No, just like that type of getting that type of introspective in your raps. Like niggas do not, you know what I'm saying? It's y'all anomaly, you know what I'm saying? But like majority of, you know what I'm saying? So I was feeling like, is that an artist thing or is that more so the producers not getting that out the artist? Like, is the artist not digging in that bag? And
I think it's a consumer.
I was gonna say like, cause if a nigga want chicken, I'ma just keep feeding them chicken, bro. You feel me? Like,
what am I gonna change it up for if y'all gonna keep eating?
If that's what y'all buying.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
So y'all kind of feel like society sometimes condemns artists
For sure.
to be a certain type of way in order.
I wouldn't say condemn, but it's like, if this nigga's rapping like this over here, and there's 20 niggas rapping like this over here, and everybody's over here, there's something in their recipe that they're doing.
getting it right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like you gotta have the patience.
Longer.
You gotta have the patience for it to catch on. Eventually, bro, it always catch on. You gotta have that patience. A lot of people don't have that patience, bro. If you just
the easy recipe, and it's not, you know.
Because this
work
pile
for
over
everybody.
here with all these people over here, eventually they're gonna fall off. That wave is gonna die down.
Yeah.
You have to be able to sustain a consistent rate rather than that big one may look good as shit, but it's gonna come down at some point. So.
And the minute you switch, bro,
yes,
they didn't caught on to what you was trying to do, and you ain't even doing it no
Sometimes
more.
it do work for that group of. There's a lot of artists, you know, that
they do it for consistently long.
Yeah, I feel like it's a certain like it's like a baby boom. Like baby booms happen, and it's like a group of artists come up together, and they'll sound like you got the Uzis and the like. They can last just because they don't, you know, they might not look the same, but they'll sound similar.
Those people that you name, that type of people, they kind of recreate themselves.
Yeah, they do.
Over and over.
Not like.
Do we have that problem here? Is it?
There we go. Fuck yeah.
Like, and is it an ego? Do y'all feel like that's an ego thing?
Yes. I would say yes. No more to be said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. I
What
feel
you
like
think about?
it's harder for us as females.
Trying to think how it's an ego
Why you say
thing.
that?
Because niggas don't want to give up like a certain style, or they feel like they, you know what I'm saying, or I'm from Kansas City, I gotta rap like this. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on the female.
Yeah,
thing,
like
though,
me
'cause
and Banks
it's
actually
like,
have worked together. Like we working on something, and it was never like us meeting. It was never like weird or like scoot over or like we show love, inbox, like, you know, we watch each other, like, you know, all that. It's I've encountered females that feel like I've been here. Who the fuck is this girl? Like you ain't been doing this as long as I've been doing it. Like I sent songs.
I was gonna say that's
we
the
was gonna
industry
get into.
period.
Yeah.
She was gonna
But
get
I'm
into
saying,
your
like,
experiences
you know,
as well,
just-
so we here now.
That's period. I literally like when I say my prayers, like, Lord, please don't let me hate on nobody. Like,
Yeah.
if I have an envious spirit, I want it to be to where it's like, damn, that nigga's working hard. I need to work harder. Not like
Motivation
just
type of thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
always
this
motivation,
shit, bro.
It's
I don't want
always
to be like
motivation.
that. I literally pray against that shit because I want it to be a motivating factor rather than fuck that nigga.
Like,
So
we
I'm
can all
gonna
do
retweet it. I'm gonna big it up. Okay,
It's
he
enough
did
all of
that.
us to eat.
It's time for me to do my thing now. That's it.
And especially since we all in the same city, it's like a lot of us don't know the direction to go. So like when you see somebody else do something, you like, oh, okay, that's the direction I'm supposed to head towards. But a lot of people don't look at it like they like, nah, I ain't fucking with it, or nah, I ain't fucking with
niggas
that
not
person.
giving up the game.
And like for
That
me,
shit
like
sad.
Niggas not giving up the game.
That's
with
what
that, Pac-Man, like we like that's my dog. We like that's my friend. Like we actually have a friendship. He told me there's no wrong way. There's no such thing. Don't let nobody tell y'all you gotta do it this way. It's not good enough, or you gotta. There's no like you gonna try this way, don't work. Try something else. Like
So you find
Because music is so subjective.
Definitely.
it can touch anybody.
What I like may not be what you like. What you like may not be what I like, and so forth.
So have y'all like I know y'all said y'all work together, and you said you work with Pac-Man, so I know you work with me. And have y'all worked with women artists?
what's up?
Yeah.
Why is that?
A
It just ain't
shortage.
came up. A shortage. Okay.
I would say a shortage, and then just the fact of I'm in the crib.
I was gonna say, yeah, I live under a rock, so I'll
It's
never
though,
be
it's
tapped
social
in.
media, like
That's true, but
You know what
okay.
I mean?
Call
Put it
them
like
out.
this.
because that's
Nah,
how
Y'all
nah,
on the
here
same
you-
Twitter we
Yeah.
on.
Here you go.
But see, I ain't even on Twitter, so
You on the same
I say
Instagram
this.
we
I
on.
say this with social
You ain't on
media.
there,
With
though.
social media. With
You ain't
social
on
media.
there.
He be on there.
I see your video
Every day, not like every day. I be like,
If we don't have a personal relationship, it's weird for me to do that.
yeah, facts.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
facts.
So I don't want to come off.
You said a
wrong.
personal
It'll have to be like something
how
like
do you
this,
grow
bro. For we to,
then?
for us
Network.
to
Right.
That's what I'm
talk.
saying. I'm putting it on myself. I'm
Okay.
in the crib.
You gotta get
network.
that, get out.
Because if we never would have did this, I never would have hit her.
Met-
Like, you know what I'm
do
saying?
you
Same.
feel like it's sorry.
No,
No,
you
you
good.
good.
Do y'all feel like it's like harder to ask females for
Fuck yeah.
why?
No.
Especially her.
Do
They
y'all
right
go
here.
outside of here though? Like do y'all take
No, I stay in the city. I want the city to pop, so I stay in. I try
I'm
to stay
saying
in
it's
the
hard.
city.
Like-
Okay, I'll say for certain women, like when I don't want to just say women, when people feel like they have stature in the city,
They don't want.
They don't want to.
Yeah,
that's why sometimes
you might not even.
sometimes you gotta throw your hook and take
And
it
try
or
it.
Get it in
how
the
go
crowd.
and bring it back.
I feel
That's
And
that.
then they
I
see
do
like,
do-
oh,
I do
other
do that. I
people
would
from
say that,
other
yeah.
cities is fucking
That
with
is
them,
so
then I
trash.
wanna fuck
Kansas
Yeah,
with
City
them.
so
yeah.
trash for
But
that
that's
shit.
the thing. I
I
just
think
feel like,
that's
bro,
not
we
just
don't
Kansas
even
City,
need to, bro. We can fuck with each other.
That's
Nah,
the
I
thing with
It's not just
men,
Kansas
but most
City, though.
people don't want to.
It's not, but
It's
a lot
locally.
of cities,
Everywhere.
but a lot of cities they do work together though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's
we,
a
we,
fact.
we
Yeah.
working on it, but we behind. We
I'll put it
behind.
like this. Though.
I do feel like we getting better.
In wherever you go, people feel like, okay, I'll put it like this. If I go out of town and do a show, people might fuck with me because I have a mystique. Nobody knows where I grew up. Nobody knows my real name. Nobody knows this and that. Whereas I do a show at home, I may have a crowd, but it's not that excitement like a new
He's
person there.
Cause the nigga know you. Nigga grew up with you.
Exactly. Oh, this nigga.
That
He
hate-
hard,
that-
but
that-
He hard, but I know
I
that
know
nigga from
he
school.
gonna
it takes a little bit
I
more
know
to
the
get
real
invested.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I say.
And then you put like, bro, her screen crack. It is.
Right.
It still work though.
Like just say weird shit like
Yeah,
that.
like you know, just like little hate and stuff.
But I'll be the first to say I have gotten better at reaching out and trying to do that. So it was nice to meet you. We'll be in touch.
What do you got?
To everybody else.
I was just gonna say, y'all said no. Y'all don't feel
Y'all
like it's
haven't.
hard to reach out to women.
But he's him.
But
though.
y'all haven't
Yeah,
worked
I
up
was
him.
about to say.
He's him
When-
though.
when-
Like
when-
let's be
when-
So
honest.
haven't y'all reached out, or y'all just feel like y'all haven't had a project that's like y'all would want a female?
That's my problem.
Nah, that's what any artist though. Like I just don't force the creativity. You know,
It'll
like when
happen.
people outside looking in say that Casey artists don't fuck with each other and all that. I'm like, man, I really feel like the community is cool. And it's like I'd rather focus on the people who fuck with each other rather than
Exactly.
the niggas who don't.
Mm-hmm.
And
But what
then
if they feel like that too? Like I don't know who the fuck we all.
It
But
takes
that's the
time.
thing.
It takes
Okay,
time.
so that's the thing. It really gotta come natural.
Yeah.
Like, and it ain't hard to make it come natural. Like when we out and we all just
It is
tapping
if
in the
y'all never in the
conversation.
same spaces.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
why
say
we
y'all
gotta
not
get
in
right
the
here.
space.
It's all right.
For it to be natural, you kind of do gotta reach out and extend that arm. Like I'm a DM you because.
But like I'm kind of
I
like
see
him.
you
Like
in person.
never do I want to force it. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So it's like if I want to feature, if I want to just start tapping in with artists, then I know to like okay, start showing up to places. Like you know what I'm saying. Start really
I'll
you
build
gotta get out.
relationships
And I
first.
feel like for
For
me
me,
that's
so the
harder.
record makes sense,
Like,
not
for
me
me,
just
that's
doing
just
verses.
do it.
Right.
Plus the
That's
energy
harder.
better in the
What
studio.
getting out?
Yeah, like cause I'm like, nah, not that. I'm like the life of the party, but you gotta get me to the party. Like that's the
Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm
the
saying.
thing.
Nobody's
Like,
really
I
out.
can get on social media all day and like
Yes, and be on
it's
there.
nothing to
It's not the
send you a
same, yeah.
song. Like everybody different. We all like got our little personalities, but it's a thin line between like business and the like I feel like personal is kind of like getting out there, networking, being in somebody's face, and then the business is kind of like I'm gonna send you my email. Like you kind of you gotta word stuff right. Sometimes you inbox somebody, you can't be too cool because they like this
nigga-
motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Then you
I don't
can
wanna be too
screenshot,
serious.
you be on
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
a
this
fact.
nigga say.
That's a
All
fact.
that, like,
That's a
it's
fact.
a line.
I've seen it happen.
Yo.
It's a thin line with
But that's
that.
why,
That's why, yeah.
What determines y'all giving out a feature?
The song.
you definitely
The song.
So the
And
person never matters.
The connection.
the personality. Like if they hella cool and I know I can go in the studio and vibe with them, and it ain't gonna be weird. Yeah, definitely.
How do y'all read that? Do y'all read
For
it?
me,
Oh,
it's
They
different.
social media, different
It's probably
TV or
different for
social
definitely
Yeah, I
different
said
for
for
y'all.
women, like
Nah, but for me, like my coach, my coach be like, man, I don't give. You better gas them on their own shit. Like sometimes it be like that. I don't know. I be listening to stuff like, hey, this cool. Like I'm about to flame it. Like I don't know. That's how I be thinking. Like, cause I feel like I'm the same age. Like I'm not trying to compare myself to Nikki, but I feel like she was hungry, and it ain't. I don't know. I don't really be I don't be like, I don't really like this. Like I feel like it pushes me to be versatile. It pushes me to.
something.
I haven't turned down nothing. Like
Nothing.
Try that country rap.
But I feel the same way.
I feel like
Like,
it pushes you to be.
Hell no, you can't get
You ain't got no.
But like with a
problem.
feature, when you giving out a feature, you kind of can't turn down nothing. Like, bro, I
Oh,
heard
no,
some,
bro.
but listen,
Oh,
but it
no.
depends on what you want out of it though.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
you-
like, if you feel like, because I heard somebody tell me,
Business.
I heard somebody tell me like
no.
no artist should be like, no real artist should be like, oh, I can't go on this song. Like you should be able to get ready to go on anything. No, but I'm saying though, because I know like sometimes people feel like you're not as popping as I am, or this shit just trash. I'm like you, like even if it's trash, I'm finna gas you on your own shit. Whoever gonna hear this gonna fuck with me because
hurry up and get to my verse.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
So it's
my
like to
favorite
me,
part.
it's like we gonna
And they
just
gonna
hopping
fuck.
on whatever.
I'ma disagree.
But why though?
Okay, so I'll put it like this. I've done songs with people that have 50, 100 followers, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the song was hard as fuck. So me listening to it, it's like, okay, something invoked creativity out of me. I don't give a fuck who sent it to me. It was dope. I'm gonna do it. So on the flip, nigga, you're not on beat. The beat is trash. You record this on a computer laptop, bro. Like respectfully, bro.
Or not even that. It's just like you feel like you wasted your time or wasted your verse.
That's why I wouldn't do it.
No, I feel it.
Because
No,
I'm going to gas it. If I jump on, I'm going to
I guess
gas
I should have said it because I feel the same way. I'm like, bro, if you're not as serious with this shit as me,
That's
and
why
I don't
said
want to
it.
waste my
Because
time.
niggas started rapping yesterday, like it's literally happened to me. Like niggas, like, hey, bro, I'm making
Like a
music
nigga heard
now.
your shit and was like, bro, I want to
Exactly.
put together a
I'm
song.
making music now.
Yeah, real shit. I'm
Like,
like,
when you decide this, bro, like like nigga last night.
to the point they be like, you can upload it to whatever you want to. Like,
Exactly.
I'm like, all right, you don't want your money from this? Okay.
I be trying to.
Nah, real
So yeah,
talk.
it has to be some type of something that pulls me into it. It can't just be a booty ass song and like, are you gonna give me a few $100? I'm gonna do it. No, I can't even take the bread.
That's a fact. That's when you charge niggas. Well, my shit, I'm like 200 if you want that.
That's
So-
another thing.
When y'all okay, so let's talk about like just noticing you have gas the song or gas the verse or whatever like that. How do you or what do you do to make sure that your next verse, hits that standard or above? Like you not,
It's tough.
going. I know it is.
tough.
Okay.
It's tough.
You kind of like study and kind of try to keep that momentum going.
Basically in a dictionary for real.
Okay.
You're not always gonna be at the top of your creativity.
Right.
It comes in waves. So
I ain't gonna lie,
try
to
catch
me,
the
like,
waves.
my first verse always just be some cool shit. Second verse, like, okay, we about to smack nigga in his face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. Like,
now you feeling good.
real shit. So,
You like,
yeah, because
okay,
you hype yourself up. It's like an alley-oop to
you
yourself.
got
First
something
verse,
to
you
go
can,
off on.
yep, you can talk your shit. Second verse, it's kind of like you feature yourself. Come with some different shit and go harder. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think
That
I
shit
go hard on
crazy because
features.
like
Yeah, no cap, I do too. Though. It's a small verse. You like knock this shit out.
Get that little shit out.
That's a fact.
What you say?
I almost forgot what I was gonna say.
You're so soft spoken.
But,
I know.
Oh yeah, I was telling somebody that nobody really knows, like, except for you. You know what I'm saying? When you hitting that next level and shit, like niggas can believe in you all day. But it's like you just wake up and all that studying you done did and shit, like oh yeah, I'm gonna write a way better verse than I did yesterday. But it's real like personal growth.
Yeah. It's so much better when you competing against yourself and your old self. Like, because when you really, like you can't lose. You win in each side. Like, so you competing against yourself, you can't really lose.
How do y'all weed out weird niggas?
Boy.
I was
You
gonna
know
say
the
y'all
energy.
too, cause
You know the energy.
I go through it every day, so
Yeah, you
like,
can
how
tell
do
the
y'all
I feel
weed
like
out?
that's where sometimes you gotta play that manager role. Like, hey, have them.
Hit my mans.
Oh God, that's because
Yeah.
I'm a female, so
Right.
like it be a lot of
Definitely.
inappropriate stuff going on, and once it reach that level, like I don't want to work with
I
you.
know y'all get some
And I'm
nigga
gonna
shit.
like,
Fam.
he gonna make sure it's professional enough, cause I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, like, nigga, you tripping, like you doing too much, and then it's like you blocked arm, like it be a lot of it be some inappropriate stuff going on.
I try to give everybody a chance, bro.
Yeah.
But like,
Different.
once I've been in too many situations that I like let red flags bypass. So like once I see a red flag now, it's like, sorry, my boy.
Yeah. They ruined it for you.
They ruined it for you. You might have been a stand-up guy, but I
Yeah.
can't even take that
But
chance.
this was the first red flag.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
So that's how I weed it out. Like once you fuck up the rapport with yourself, yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
Y'all just
Okay.
follow y'all intuition.
So for the men, and I got this question because of a conversation on Twitter. When it comes to like your women supporters or people that listen to y'all, what's y'all view on like representation? And do y'all incorporate that into y'all music? And to give y'all kind of a broader what I'm talking about. So Southside Dame,
I seen that.
he dropped something, and
Yeah.
old girl was like, well, you ain't representing girls that look like me, and so am I a pretty girl that listen to Dame? And so, I just wonder, does that affect how y'all make y'all music or y'all shoot y'all videos? Does it not? Just kind of what's y'all view on that?
Listen. This for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
When shooting videos,
Hey,
you can't go for a specific.
I'm over here like,
Now
I'm definitely
listen,
one of the
listen.
ones like, nah, he ain't for me.
When you shoot a video, me personally, you can't go for a specific. Like that's what I feel like. Because when you shoot videos, like everybody always go for like the vixen type girls, but like this is like a real life situation we trying to put into a visual. Everybody ain't vixen looking, so like you can't just shoot for that. Like you shoot for whoever want to be into it.
Even what you just said, somebody might take offense to that.
It's
Why can't you be a
everywhere.
vixen? What is a vixen?
Boy, they
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
flip.
They
Why
gonna
you
A vixen,
shaming
but that's the
vixens?
thing.
Look.
A vixen.
Oh,
What
flip the
when you
fuck
think
out
of a
of
vixen, what do you think of? Like,
a bit,
but that's anybody's
that-
personal
that's
opinion. Whatever you
exactly.
feel like.
But what
Exactly.
I think I don't know. This is what I think. Let me make that clear. I don't know if this is what she's saying. I don't know if this is what anybody else saying. But
Inclusion.
every woman wants to be represented.
Right.
So it's hard for you could say not the traditional vixen, but even when you say that, you leaving the vixen out when you intentionally don't want to do the vixen.
But see, I was doing an interview with Heart of the Doc, and like they asked me like what type of vixen I want a video, and I was like, well, I'm not no specific, and she was like, so you for the BBWs? Like, and I'm just like, anybody can, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a specific. Like, I don't know why you even category, you know what I'm saying, yourself like that. It's for anybody.
And just to and I ain't throwing dirt on Southside or nothing like that, because he said that he put out an open casting call, and whoever showed up was who was there. You know what I'm saying? So in his case, it was like, I didn't choose this person for this reason, but
This who
I opened
showed
it
up.
to everybody.
This who wanted to be a part of it. Yeah, that's just what it is.
You gotta be this.
Right.
He wasn't turning down people like, nah, you
Right,
can't be
like
out.
yeah.
What that should have a future?
Right.
I'm over here like there's definitely a history of that happening.
Okay, so
Me
yeah.
personally, I try to be inclusive. My mama is a big woman. I got family with big girls or not just big girls that are dark skinned, that are light skinned, that are, you know what I'm saying? So I try to be inclusive with me, like the move video. Shout out Big Brook, Boogie. That's my nigga. Like I purposely did that because I wanted to show that I make music for all these different people. Now I don't do videos and need vixens.
Nope.
So I can't really speak on that. But if there ever was a time, I'm going to be inclusive. Yeah. So I try to. I mean, everybody's not gonna be in one video, you know.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not gonna do that.
Right.
But at the same time,
Just full of Kanye.
if I can include everybody, I want somebody to look at the
Nigga
video,
hanging about him.
at least one of my videos, and be like, damn, somebody look like me. He fuck with somebody like
Yeah,
me.
you never want nobody to look
Yes,
at a
I
video
can
and be
imagine
like,
that too.
oh, this is
Like,
what I gotta look
you
like.
listening to a song for months and then you see
See
the
the
video
video.
and be like,
Turned off.
perfect. I can
Singing
imagine
Pretty
that.
Girl,
So
like
does
I feel
the-
like that,
the-
like that.
Y'all feel like
I got
the
that.
name put extra pressure on it?
I feel like it.
I do, but then
But what's
also,
pretty-
if I feel like I'm a pretty girl, then
I'm listening to
you
that.
can't tell me I'm not a pretty girl.
Yeah.
But I understand where she was coming from as well. But when he said that he opened it, so I mean, you could have showed up. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you showed up and he was like, I want her over her, then it's yeah. But so that's how I feel. But I feel like, cause shit, I feel like I'm gonna be a pretty girl regardless if you mention me, regardless if you put me in your video. So I feel like that was kind of, but I do feel like it put more pressure on
even on
who he talking to.
What I just fucking said, you ain't gonna please everybody.
Ever.
You gotta chop
ever.
that shit
You
up.
never gonna please everybody.
Somebody's not gonna like the song. Somebody's not gonna like it.
What's a no without a yes?
Exactly. So you gotta be able to eat that as an entertainment.
All y'all like artists with a pretty cool buzz around here. How do y'all deal with the janky promoters?
I don't. That's it.
No, I haven't either.
Well, you gotta mention. You got a lot of. You good money. RJ got to deal with a lot of the bullshit.
Yeah.
As do I.
We a good team, so we're a great team. It's
filter that shit.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just you with the answer, bro. How do you?
Nah, shit. I just want to talk about how the scene is now, for real. Like how shit done shifted since.
What's the biggest shift you see in
shit.
promoters?
You said biggest shift? It's different gatekeepers now.
And shout out to the good ones. Shout out to
Yeah.
Marsh My Barber, Els. Who else doing shows? Rio Entertainment I seen. Boulevard Nights is fucking legendary. Like,
They own it, ain't they?
Boulevard Nights is fucking.
Come on, your shit real quick.
So yeah, shout out to who's doing it right.
Nah, I just think on the outside, like I don't do shows and shit. Me personally, I just think they don't treat y'all right. Like
I think the pay to perform shit is weird. I think that's weird. Like I was watching the what's that shit? The Hip Hop Uncover shit. And Trick like really shut the city down for that type of shit. Like that nigga's not about to make people from here pay to perform. So I think that's weird. I think there's been a blueprint of how it should be done, and I think that's being what's the word? It's becoming more prevalent. So like, damn, we can't do niggas like that no more. Okay, cool. So I feel like it's getting better.
So what do y'all feel like would take Kansas City's music scene to the next level, or entertainment scene to the next level from where we at?
I feel like we need to, and even though people say they don't want to work, I feel like we really gotta work together. Like it's levels to artistry. This artist gotta be able to work with this artist sometime. Everybody's style's not gonna be the same, but if you can find a bigger artist to work with that y'all vibe and y'all can work together, everybody can eat. Like if everybody just stopped with the crab and the bucket mentality, like we'll be better off.
It's gonna take for people to start putting more events together, like bring us out.
I think that's tough at this point.
Everything gotta open up.
Yeah, everything gotta open. That's tough at this point, cause nigga,
yeah,
he'll tell you, nigga. I hit him up about a show quarterly almost when shit is open. So once that shit pops.
So how did y'all adjust to it?
Once Corona?
Yeah.
Hold on, before we move on to Corona. I think that not to, disregard anybody's statement or comment how y'all feel because y'all are the actual artists. But I feel like every time I go to an actual show, I'll see just one person. Like I've seen you, I'll go see you. But I just imagine how dope it would be for me to see multiple of y'all. Mm-hmm. Like a whole Spring Bling right here in KC with our artists. That would be dope as fuck to see that. Just letting y'all know.
I'm not gonna pull punches.
I'm just letting
y'all know.
Talk about it. That's why we here.
Just keeping it real. Sometimes schedules don't line up.
You're right.
Sometimes people just don't want to do it. So like I'll reach out a lot, especially shows. Like sometimes people just don't want to do it, and I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't really get into it. I don't take it personal. But I agree. I think that would be dope as fuck.
I ain't heard about no shows, so I be under a rock. So
recently I ain't got hit about shows now.
Yeah, it's pandemic.
For come up season, like it's been a long time now, but like we do showcases and stuff, like whether it be a bigger artist, and it's like when people come out and do their thing, they could win studio time, they could win. Like we try to motivate artists, like new artists or artists that be hiding, like to come out and just show their talent, like show them love and stuff. So
we was doing it bi-monthly, the showcase season.
So I just feel like people gotta want to do it. It be people that be more hungry than other people. People that feel like it's too small for me. It's probably just like a lot of mixed things. So
okay.
Got some? Y'all got some?
You was about to
Your
ask something,
Corona
I had
question.
interrupted.
I mean, it was really adjusting with the shows and shit. Like, I mean, like networking and
Everybody
shit
was
like
right.
that. Like,
Oh,
how do you adjust
Corona
to
came and
yeah.
played D and lock shit.
Shut
So how did y'all?
down.
Just, I mean, Clubhouse kind of, but like, how did y'all just like personally too,
That
like
came
having
later,
to
though.
network in this?
It was like I was like heavy on the internet. I don't know, like Instagram, TikTok. Boy, I love TikTok.
It's
Like,
so dope.
I
Peak-
I be like, damn, she tight.
Peak lockdown, nigga, I played hella mad.
We
We was in the league. I just played hella mad. I think I had to get out of my
social
home.
media crazy. Like that was like the big difference. I mean, I remember Rocky was going crazy. Like we literally in Club Corona like you at home on the couch with your bottle. Like, hey, he on there for 2 hours. Like that's just how it was for a long time. Like
Dark times.
that's how we adjusted. You know, people have to
So you
adjust.
lying,
have to
like
adapt, so.
legit. I feel myself getting back in that space. Like
I was in
we
Club
can't.
Remember that? We
Yeah.
went through all of that.
What y'all learned the most during that time about yourself?
Ooh.
I learned that, boy, I could really do some shit if I really go for it. If I really
I
hop
learned
in
that
this
I
shit.
was creative. Like, you really creative.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I was just like, dang, I'm really dope. Let me take this shit serious.
Everybody tap into themselves.
And y'all felt like it was because you sat down, like
had
this.
some time to myself.
You had to.
Damn, yeah, I had to sit down.
I was like, bro, I don't
I
know what's
wasn't on
coming
the go.
next. Might as well do whatever you can, bro.
I can't even pinpoint it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I just learned so much about myself. Like I can't pinpoint one thing.
That shit make you reflect on the journey though.
It's
Like,
You
something
can't do
about-
shit
Yeah,
else.
like,
Like,
it's like,
Some of
damn,
them
what all
look
I
so
did
healthy.
before
I
this?
would say it was so healthy for
Not
like
all of
everybody.
it. Like
was,
sometimes you
yeah.
just sit and you be like, that's fucked up. I went through that. Like when you working consistently, like for me and kids, like you just really don't kind of think about yourself. So when you start thinking about yourself or like stuff that you went through, like dang, I didn't love myself enough, or like I didn't like give myself time to deal with this. So now I'm writing about it months and months later, or gotta have some kind. You gotta vent on the phone, or you gotta do something, to like really process like your trauma, whether it's big or small.
That's true. So, do y'all do anything specific, kind of, to tap into your creativity? Like when it's time to get in the booth, or when it's time to write, do y'all like have anything that's like, okay, this is what I gotta do to make sure I'm in that mode, or it's just kind of like, all right, now it's go
Let's
time.
go.
Let me drugs. Okay.
No, cause like me by myself, like I love being by myself. So like
that's a fact.
I sit at home like and really tap in, like headphones in, and I like darker scenery. So like I sit in the house, no TV on, nothing. I'm just on the couch, like, and all I know is my phone. Like like I turn my music all the way to the max and like just tap in. Like you really sit there and you tap in. Sometimes I gotta get out and drive around listening to a beat, cause like you need some type of motivation or something. But I feel like when you're a real writer, like I feel like it's really hella shit that you do to tap into your really right.
It's not just one thing. I could see somebody rapping some dope shit like that.
Yep, I'm in there.
Let me go.
I can hear a beat like that has me written all over it. Or hear an old song, nigga. Where that instrumental at? It's just a lot of shit.
Like, and then I had I love J. Cole. Like I had sat like in quarantine, and I was just like, Cole said write it on paper. So I like for like 2 months I didn't write it on my phone. I like it made me so sick. I'm like, dang, I depend on this phone for so much. Like, but it made me think different. Like it made me feel different to like feel myself writing my thoughts on paper. I did that. I tried it. The car, like, just doing that. I watch movies. Like I just sometimes you gotta turn your lights off. I'll be in the bed sitting crisscross applesauce with my beats on, like writing, like it just really depends. You could literally be at the grocery store with your kid, like put it back.
Swear to
You
God.
like, okay,
Some comes
I need to go to the car real
Yeah.
quick. Real quick. 'Cause if you forget it, you be high.
Yeah, you be like, what was I trying to say?
I've learned that my creativity comes when like life is trying not to let me get to my creativity. Like I need to be doing this right now, but fuck this hook is calling me like, fuck, I gotta write that. Like that's when it's really the worst for me. Like it comes at the worst time.
Like how y'all was talking earlier, like it's been times I didn't woke up out of my sleep, like, bro, I gotta put this down or something.
Yeah.
Like y'all just like real talk. It be that pulling you in.
Or even like people telling you stuff they going through.
Yep.
Like I was like, I'm about to make a song, girl.
And that's the thing, I didn't did that like
writing different perspectives.
somebody tell you what they've been through, and you write a different perspective. It ain't necessarily yours, but you know they gonna relate to it. So you like him, You know what I'm saying? Like this for you.
And you be like, I be thinking like, dang, this how Jermaine Dupri felt when he wrote this song for Usher.
Right,
Yeah.
confessions and
Yeah.
shit.
That's how I be thinking.
That's how I feel.
Like I've had songs that I just sent to my friends, like, bro, this made me.
Yeah,
about you, and I really like,
too.
oh, this shit hard.
Yeah.
I'll never release it, but just like
Yeah.
to get that off my chest and creativity.
Because I know y'all gonna feel it. Like,
Yeah.
What's been y'all biggest obstacle so far
The period.
Myself.
in y'all musical journey?
Yeah, yourself. A lot.
Like it.
You your biggest critic. Yeah, so
And
you
then
gonna
when
stop
like,
yourself.
When you get kind of, you know, you have to grow, but you feel like I'm not ready. That's scary because it's like life will gonna whoop your ass. God gonna keep throwing all this shit at you until you be like, all right, I'm gonna change, or I'm gonna like, you know, you really have to grow. Like
It's coming out your comfort zone.
yeah, that's what it be. Like it be times when you be like, dang, like I be thinking like, all right, I gotta do this many features, I gotta do this, and this in order to pay my rent. Like if you ain't never felt like that, like that's a feeling, you know.
I would say responsibilities for me. That's my biggest obstacle, like the balance. Cause I told my wife, I was like, bro, if we, I didn't even say if we wasn't married. I was like, bro, if I didn't have a child, I probably wouldn't be around. Like, I'll probably be gone. I don't care about the obstacles I would have to go through to get. Like, I'll probably go to LA and just wing it. Like, I've told her that shit. Like, I'll just see what happens, but I can't do that because I have a life to take care of. So, I would say responsibility.
What you got?
Me, my biggest obstacle is like yourself. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff you feel like you doubt yourself a lot. And like that could be the one that take you past your limit and past your, so I feel like you can't never doubt yourself. You gotta be your biggest supporter and your biggest fan. Like you always gotta go hard for yourself. Ain't nobody gonna go as hard as you. So you feel like, oh, this shit hard. Like I'm gonna put it out. I don't care if I'm the only one that feel it.
But then you're human at the same time, so you gotta understand it's normal to feel that.
But that's not gonna get you. Like that's
Yeah.
coming out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes I don't feel like, all right, I don't feel like reposting this song I just dropped yesterday. But it's like, all right, bro, you got to. Like a lot of people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta put it out there. Some people wasn't on yesterday. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you really gotta get past that, bro.
They be like first shift, second shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, for real.
Yeah. And you gotta be on that. I don't care if you don't get no likes. Yeah.
It's so tricky to figure out the
moves.
God. That's what I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait till the post right now.
I'm
like, dang, that's it. That's all I got. Delete, redo it again.
Yeah. They not woke. They not woke
I
yet.
don't know how this got deleted.
Yeah. I don't know how this got deleted.
Run that back. We gonna run that back.
Maybe they on that night.
It's like Instagram took my post down.
Right.
Instagram
deleted my post. It's cool though, 'cause I feel you.
The hardest like too light.
To the point
you post some bullshit. That shit going crazy.
Wow. To the point you posted and jump offline. Like, okay, I'll be back later.
Yeah, that shit'll
Shit, I wanna
discourage
watch
you.
this.
Like, and then you gotta post on every social media site you got.
But you know what's crazy?
Who sleep for a second, that bitch start fucking up.
Yeah, that shit right.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people think they the only one that feel like this though.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know unless you sat with some other artists and was like, bro, hell yeah, bro.
That's what we hear. It's crazier when you talk to artists bigger than you, and then you be like,
Hey, damn, you feel this way? Yeah. You'll be surprised.
It's just me.
So what's your biggest obstacle? We didn't get to.
Mr. Perfect.
I'll probably say.
I
I got a song called "I Ain't Perfect" by the way. It's on
That's what I thought she was talking about.
Promote your shit.
Yeah, a little plug, but I say staying consistent. Cause you had brought up being human, and like that's what I was really thinking about the whole time. Like, yeah, we gotta be consistent for the people, like the consumers and shit. But I'm like, man, I'm still trying to become a better artist, so we don't put out every single thing we do. So it's like niggas want content, but if I put out so much that y'all know what to expect, y'all ain't gonna click on me no more. You feel me? So
I'm still mad at
It's a
shit
lot
I
of
can't do
pressure.
right now. Like, what the fuck?
Then you got Young Boy, like he put out. Dang, Young Boy
Alright.
Yeah,
Learn
facts,
these
bro.
words.
Facts. It's people
Facts.
like that out here,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
My biggest obstacle.
everything.
Probably. Damn. I don't really know. Cause my situation kind of different. Like I'm in a group and shit. I say
What's
really like
kind of
my
the
biggest
struggle
is
with
really like me personally. It's like balancing my passion, like controlling that shit. Like I really believe like I'll be wanting it more than 90% of motherfuckers. So when we in rooms and niggas is bullshitting and shit, like it take
It's frustrating.
the professionalism in me to take over and be like, bro, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, bro, just you represent the brand. You represent three. If I was by myself, man, it would have been hey, shit would have been because I really don't like people. So like that's why I brought up the weird niggas because niggas in this shit is mad weird. Like it don't gotta be like that. You don't have to be this way, bro. So my shit is just really controlling my passion, I would say personally, and then being in the group is like learning when to lead and learning when to follow. Like pretty much like trying to balance that because I'm kind of I feel like I'm a narcissist, so like I try not to take over in all kind of way. Yeah, I feel like I am, but like I do it in like probably like a coach way, like because I've been coached my whole life. So you read them, you know what I'm saying? As being an athlete, you read like, okay, that shit worked for me to motivate me. That shit worked. And then you can start reading people. So it's just really, I feel like just being when to lead, when not to.
A lot of times in a group,
calm your ass down.
are you forced to like have to make, you know what I'm saying, niggas in the group, like just go as hard as you, or like do everybody
like
go
being
hard
on the
at their
same
own time?
page?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like with us, like kind of early on, it was like I think we wanted different things, and it was like me personally, it was like, how do I get everybody to understand if we all hit this, we all can get what the fuck we want. So like that's where we're like controlling my passion. Like me and Goof, like nigga, we're like about to box. Like nigga, you not fucking listening. My nigga, like you too fucking good to be in here doing this bullshit you doing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like,
But it's just
and
passion.
then I think that was it was really just passion. I had to tell him like, bro, I was really high. Hey, my passion was really
I don't
like,
know, like it's a big difference between men and women. Like I can't just go be ready to be somebody. It's like girls like I want to be your friend no more. You crazy? You this? You like? It's a big difference.
Yeah,
like I'd be like, dang, why can't we be like dudes? Like
that come from the connection though, like you know what I'm saying. I'm not forcing stuff, cause like if you force it with somebody, y'all not seeing eye to eye. But like if me and him do a song and we don't know each other like that, we're not seeing eye to eye. It's gonna be like, bro, I ain't fucking with you no more.
Like locked in.
Yeah, so it's the connection.
Yeah, for that type of shit.
For years.
Oh, word. Like,
yeah, like
It's
it's a lot more like, and I feel like the standards is different. The standards with female, we hold our friends to a higher standard. So if you do something compared to like y'all can get like males, I feel like get over things easier, faster, better. Sometimes, like, you know,
bro, I'll be mid argument like not mad no more.
like, all right, well, forget it.
We'll talk for 6 months over like. Not talk for 6 months over something so small. Like I like that about men. Like I be trying to think like that, like not with my emotions on my sleeve, you know, because
I think that's a gift and a curse for women, because I think that's part of what makes y'all so nurturing and protecting and things like that. But like I said, all my friends, nigga, we have box. I'm not talking about just pushing. Like we have box, nigga. All my good friends, we have fought. And next day, like. I fought one friend, I ain't gonna say who it was. He know who it is. Fought one friend and he ended up having to play for me. And I seen him, we fought the night before. He walked in the crib, we was about to practice. That nigga just looked at me, we just cracked up laughing like just out of nowhere. Like it's just that's just how it is.
I got offended because she read a tweet that said something about tourists. So yeah, no, it definitely
it's different.
Women
crazy.
Different. Women different.
That's why I respect that. And I'm happy like people always ask me like, how is it having a male manager? Like it's like my reason, like, okay, I can't spaz like that. Like he like, dude, like you like he kind of like because now like I really hold people accountable. Like and it sometimes it's business, but you still be like I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
But
not.
as you should have that
Yeah,
right to do
but
that.
everything can't be on 10. Like you have to be able to take it. Like males are different. Like that's why I'm like it really with him. He really be teaching me stuff. Like I can't be out here. Like I don't be fighting no more. But you know you can't be out here on that. Like you gotta really like okay, this is my brand. Like this is really like my.
You gotta
face.
represent
This is
yourself.
yeah, like a dude, like they help you think more reasonable. Sometimes you could call your friend and be like, "Girl, you better beat that bitch the fuck up."
Right.
Like, I'm like, let me
Yep.
call RJ. RJ be
Still
like,
balance.
they. So when we gonna do this song? When we gonna do like he would like get me on some whole other stuff, redirect everything like quick. Like he not about drama. Like none of that. Like he just be like, okay, so you said you went like now what we on next? Like what's the move? So
I think with males we kind of like
them.
nigga, you better not take that shit personal.
And I feel like it's crazy.
there.
Like I have a
I was in my crib.
I have a son and a daughter, and like he's on my son's 7, but I see that in him. Like he be over stuff so fast. My daughter will hold on. I'm like, bro, you 4. Like she be 3 days later, like, yeah, I'm mad that he still. I be like, girl.
And
like,
that's the thing. It's like homies. We like, bro,
like,
you can't still be mad about this shit. Like, bro, we better than
My
that.
son be like, you still tripping?
Yeah,
Like,
fact.
I'm like, y'all just born
on
like
that.
that. It's crazy. Like y'all just, I don't know.
Some
Genetics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some.
Yeah.
We talking about the one that is. My
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I asked. If there was, or I guess I can say, what would y'all want the top thing for people to take away from your music or whatever creative you put out?
Just being able to be free, like I feel like being able to be happy, be free, being able to voice, like express yourself with the lyric. You know, one little lyric could be like, yeah, that's how I feel.
Mine is kind of like if you ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta love it, but if you relate to it, fuck with it. Cause I do it for myself.
For me, it's I want my music felt and not heard.
Okay.
That's where I'm at with it. Like my favorite albums have different emotions in them. Like you high and you low, and even if you're not in that situation in life, you still like. I listen to Jaded, I'm like, damn, I feel like I just broke up with a girl. Like I feel that, you know what I mean? So I want to be felt and not heard. Listen to Lil Wayne's single, and I'm whole ass married.
Right.
How can you play it right now?
I'm out here.
Shit about what I needed from the grocery store anyway. Fuck. Like, that's just how I be feeling. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't about
But
what I needed.
that's what good music does for me. Like I feel it rather than just hear it.
Okay.
Oh shit! I just hope people live with my music soon, cause I don't really make club records, and the amount of time that you spend in a club like during the week versus like the rest of your life,
Right,
you
yeah.
feel me? It's like so. Just listen to my shit, grow with it, like understand the story.
Another thing for me is I want my music to outlive me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
For me, I feel like I'm a very versatile artist. I make the fun, pretty girl music. I make the real emotional stuff. So, I feel like I'm not gonna say I make music for everybody, but like I'm expressing like all my personalities and all the sides of myself. So I hope that like generations to come, like, you know, or even like my kids, like, for me, like, it's a big thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times growing up, we really don't know our parents personally, like as a man or as a woman. Like, so I feel like I hope my kids or like grandkids, like they can see me, like who I was as a person. I just like, that's my mama. Cause I like, you know, you can kind of get blindsided by people like, oh, that's my mama.
But
But
like,
like,
that they have a life.
yeah, like I hope that like people can like feel like I'm just a relatable person, or I'm a fun person, or I'm like, you know, just just the realness. So.
All right, so I got another question. When y'all was younger, did y'all imagine yourself growing up to be artists, or did y'all see that future for yourself?
I
For
did.
me in the entertainment industry, like growing up, everybody used to be like, oh, you need a model, you should model. So I see myself doing something with like entertainment in that kind of industry, but I never really thought like I want to be a rapper.
I remember when Pink Friday came out, I was in my room with my brush. I be rapping it and stuff. Like, yeah, I thought I was gonna be a rapper, and then I didn't. Like, I didn't. Like, I just was like, I'm a model, or I'm gonna do like, I want to do makeup, or I want to do this. My mom was like, that's not a career. Like, you gonna do makeup? I'm like, dang, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm freaking out. Like, I'm not gonna say went through an identity crisis, but it's like I did, and then like that's why it's really important to watch how you talk to your kids, because it becomes how they think, like about themselves, or how they're, just their inner voice. Like I thought I was gonna be a rapper, then I didn't, and then one day like I did. I don't know, like it just kind of like I was running from myself, So
to me, it was like an idea, but like back then, it wasn't like realistic, like how it is now. Like it feel more realistic to make it now than it did back then. So like you would be rapping and stuff. Like we had a karaoke machine, and you can play the CD in there. We would play beats on there, and we just be rapping through the microphone. But it wasn't like, oh, we gonna be some rappers one day. Like it was just like, bro, like this hard. Like we idolize rappers on TV. Like now it's like okay, we can actually probably be some. Yeah, like we can be some now.
Nah.
If y'all can let us know where we can find y'all at on social media and like y'all latest project single.
You can follow me on Instagram at @1 Real Hillary with 2 L's. I got a song y'all called I Like. You can stream that. The link is in my bio. I got a remix coming out soon, so just be on the lookout for that. Okay.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook at Dayface, DAIFACE. My latest single, Tryna Fuck, featuring BFB the Pac-Man, is out. I'm going crazy with that. I do have a song that I should be dropping pretty soon. It's something different. And I will be dropping my first project this summer. So, yes.
You can find me everywhere, JOOBYTRUTH. That's every social, everything you can look up stuff on. I got an EP coming this summer. At all costs. When we airing?
It'll be before you dropping
May 14th. May 14th. I'm just trying to talk in the present. But nah, we got shit coming this summer. Pull up on me if we can pull up on me. Cause I don't know how they gonna fuck with me on these, these venues. But if they do, pull up on me. Cause I wanna make something happen.
Hey.
The Goonies, THAGOONEZ, everywhere. You can buy some beats from the website, The Wax, THAWAX.com. Some merch on there. Come shop. Come get your kids some merch. We finna have an event May 8th. At Kaleidoscope, we finna drop the flyer. Just bring y'all kids to get some free ice cream. And music-wise, TJ just dropped a single today that we produced. We got music all the time. For real. Just follow us. Just follow the page, man. I don't do no faking.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok, The Black Simpson. I don't have a Twitter. You can find me on Facebook, TJ Simpson. Like he said, I just dropped a single today called Weekdays. It's for all the toxic couples. I like dropping for the toxic couples. I like the toxic shit. I'm just kidding. But for me, it's just more visuals and more music putting out for the rest of the year.
So I'm AL. You can follow me on everything at AYEL_music. 17 Summers, a short story. That's my latest EP is out right now on all streaming. And we just dropped that ICU official music video. Featuring Big Treats, man. Shout out to the gang.
I watched that a few times on Twitter. Yeah. Restart.
That's it.
All right, well, we appreciate y'all coming and talking about your artistry and all that. It was